Yo, what's good, man?
My dog, my dog, my dog. What's the word? What's the word, man? What's the word? Talk to me.
Man, I had to do a recap from last night and just in general for all the things that I've seen,
Mm-hmm.
just in his youth football. I literally had hundreds and hundreds of people share one of my clips, man, when I was talking about all of the coaches that
Mm-hmm.
need to just sit this year out if you scared to play games, man. And
Yeah.
they didn't listen, man. A lot of them didn't listen. And I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. All I hear is a lot of scare talk,
Uh-huh.
excuses. I've heard excuses from Bessemer. What is it? AU. I've heard
Mm-hmm.
excuses from
The
Brick
11 you
City
right?
last night. I heard excuses from Walk 'em Down Gang. I heard excuses from a lot of individuals, bro, and it's
Mm-hmm.
very disheartening, But I'm a hold water for Walk 'em Down Gang because I got the coaches on later on
Mm-hmm.
tonight, so we're gonna see if they sway my opinion back
Mm-hmm.
to whatever it is that they're doing. Right now, I know nothing, so it is what it is. But my whole thing is this, bro. And like Lucci said, the way that they're persuading are taking these kids out of their positions and the opportunities for them to play actual legitimate games
Mm-hmm.
is crazy. So I'm not even the only one that really feels this way. Um, But yeah, and I started like Coach Jake said, hashtag play the damn game, right? That was the hashtag
Right.
that I started in the beginning. And
Mm-hmm.
people are changing the hashtag to hashtag I don't want to play the damn game. And they got a ton of excuses, bro. And I'm not going for none of it.
Mm-hmm.
People want me to not say specific things, but no, bro. If I'm seeing something that's hurting the sport instead of
Mm-hmm.
enhancing and helping the sport, I'm going to say something because my whole goal is to make sure I can get exposure for as many of these kids as possible. And a lot of
Mm-hmm.
these coaches are forgetting what it's about. They're forgetting that it's about the kids, not about them, especially right if you are able to play the game and the ones who are right there by each other, you
Mm-hmm.
still don't want to play the game. You still put stipulations amongst certain teams, but then you don't have none for others. So just like with the Bessemer situation, right?
Yep.
With Bessemer, the coach, he was talking to the HOA. He was willing to make the game right then and there. But then when it came to Supreme, I see y'all at battle. Now everybody wants to use battle as the mechanism for ducking the game because it's a
Yeah.
strong possibility that y'all don't see each other in battle in YNC unless they specifically make that game for you.
Yeah. And I
So
think I think and my bad, I'm gonna keep letting you rock.
yeah, so the way I'm looking at it, man, people are afraid to lose. Coaches are really afraid to lose. And I know the stakes are high, for some teams. But
Mm-hmm.
at the end of the day, bro, I keep using Twin City as the stepping stone, the measuring stick, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because Twin City lost literally 5 games last year. They were
Mm-hmm.
trying to advocate for Twin City not to be in battle, but instead, Clayton and Jonah, which they got it right, they allowed them to end up being in battle anyway. They
Yeah.
took on the number one, number two, number three team, and they end up winning.
Mm-hmm.
So we don't care about the losses. Although they were somewhat of the laughing stock for a minute, they got the
Mm-hmm.
last laugh.
I just think that ideally, theoretically, I get it, right? Like if you feel like you the best and the other team is the best, theoretically, y'all supposed to see each other at battle. But like you said, things ain't promised, you know. So I just feel like, especially right now, it's June and December is we got 6 months to December. So we got a long time, you know, we got a long time to get there. So we, I feel like a game could be made within that time between now and October. And let's say, granted, like with Brick City, and I see Coach Yoshi in the chat, salute to him. So with Brick City, like I put in the chat, I'm like, Coach, I get you, but nah, man, you gotta play that game. But I understand if it's like, hey, our schedule is already put together, yada yada yada. If you don't have any openings or anything like that, that's one thing. But I find that kind of hard, being that we got 6 months until, you know, December, and I even cut it to 4 months because I know in October teams kind of really slow down on really
Yeah,
playing
man. I
top.
believe that a lot of these people just don't want to. They just don't want to play, bro. And it's like I say, it's very disheartening because
Mm-hmm.
like they don't know. They don't know what they're doing. They don't know how they affecting the game, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like, luckily, Voodoo is the team that is in top of the 11U, right? Luckily, because I mean they are the standard. So long as they're not doing it, people can say stuff about it. They can say,
Yeah.
"Hey, man, look, bro, you're not playing. You know, you're not playing certain game, bro. That's not how we move and are operating." And then my
Mm-hmm.
whole thing is this: how can a Voodoo sit there and literally be the top team, been willing to play all of the games? They are still the hunters. Last
Mm-hmm.
time I've checked, the number one team has always been the hunted.
Mm-hmm.
How is it a team that's willing to play all these other teams that claim to be battle ready or number one this year, and then when they play them, oh, it's like, oh, nah, man, nah, I ain't ready to play y'all yet. Like, bro, then don't say that you the best. Don't get on
Yeah.
none of your lives, whoever it is doing live. Ah, man, we want the smoke, we want this. Don't get on none of your lives saying nothing. The thing, let me see if I got the right, if I can make the right one.
Mm-hmm.
That
And
should be y'all sound right there. Y'all hear that? That should
I
be
can't
y'all
even hear
sound.
it.
Y'all should be sounding like crickets, bro. Y'all shouldn't be saying nothing. But all these people, bro, that it's like the bully that acts that it's like that person that's a bully, right? But then when he run across that one person, now he want to cop a plea. No, you said that you was the bully. You said
Yeah.
that you was the number one person. Now, let's stand on what it is that you claim to be. You don't have no picks and chooses. That's almost like somebody that unalives people run across somebody else that unalive people, but then this man now has picks and chooses. Like, bro, that like, hold on. Like, you mean to tell me you only big and bad with certain people? It don't make no sense to me, bro. And then a lot of people want me to understand, man, we move at our own pace. Well,
Mm-hmm.
guess what? Your pace, according to what y'all doing, will only be either what Coach Sean would say, Lulu teams, or a few teams that you really feel like you can beat that might be ranked.
Yeah.
But that's what
I,
I'm saying. Mindset, bro. Mindset.
and that was
If
my
the kids
problem
say
with.
they don't want to play, then I'm okay with that. I'm not
Mm-hmm.
okay, with the mindset, but I'm okay with the games not being played. But
Yeah.
I'm already exhausted mentally when it comes to some of these coaches. I had somebody on here yesterday. Yoshi didn't make a lick of sense. The man sit there and talked about how Miami Garden Ravens was ducking him. But then at the same time, he's willing to somehow set aside a date for the Miami Garden Ravens, but he can't do the same for Voodoo. But it's meet you in December for Voodoo. None of this stuff is adding up or making sense to me, man.
I want to
And
know
y'all,
where.
need to start calling it out. I'm gonna create a segment for the coaches
Said
on
for the
some
coaches to come on
not
the pocket.
DuckTales, but we're gonna create a different segment that we can all come up with, and we can utilize that. I don't know if I'm gonna make a scary ass coach section or something.
I think
This mess is crazy. But what else you got, Michael?
that was my problem with South Boys, coach that came on after Coach Yoshi and them, and they best.
I can't
Can you hear me?
hear. But yeah, man, like this is crazy, man. It's crazy, bro. We killing youth football and we don't see it. And I hate to say it, but we killing youth football, bro. All it is, are the game could be played. Bro, just say that you don't want to play the team, bro. I'll be better off with you saying that. But I had to do the recap. But let me go into the comment section. He says, Jake said, hashtag play the damn game. Hey, Coach Tim, what's good? Yoshi. God damn you, Yoshi. He says, what walking down game tweaking? Damn, disappointing. Nah, man, we gonna get him a chance, man. We definitely gonna get him a chance. We're gonna get walking down chance. We got him on tonight. We got my dog BTA coming on. And they still know I rock with them, but I just can't accept certain type of, certain things. He says, y'all he just want everyone to come to Georgia. Hey, Yoshi. And I want to ask the people that is in this comment section, right? Or I want to ask the people that's live. Did anybody once hear me say where Brick City should play versus Voodoo? Did anybody ever hear me say? Because Yoshi just said y'all MFs just want everybody to come to Atlanta. I never gave y'all a destination. I just said play the game. If anybody heard me say where Brick City versus Voodoo should be at, please let me know. Did anybody hear me say that they should play in Atlanta? I said they should. I said that y'all should go to battle. I said, I never said that y'all should come to Atlanta. He said, do y'all think Nationals effing up youth football? Nah. I think Nationals is giving people the opportunity and an excuse to duck. Because a lot of people are saying, man, we'll see them at battle, not knowing that them game. Hold on, you said can't hear me?
Yeah, nah, they can hear me. They can hear all
Hold
of
on,
us. Y'all don't
nobody
think you
hear
can
me?
hear me? Nah, we could. Yeah.
Hey,
Ken joint tweaking. He got the solo joint going on. But I don't know. I get off what I was thinking.
the
But
hell? You said they can't hear me. All right, so y'all can't hear me. All right, damn, I'm about to get to tweaking, like, man. But yeah, let me go back to the comment section, man. Terrell, he says, do you think nah, National is not effing up nothing, man. People unwillingness to play certain games, is messing up everything. He says, is that brother Ken talking? Yes, sir. That's me. He said Yoshi Blend. He said Supreme, number 1 AU. We said we from Georgia. Pops in the house. What's up? Avery was good. He says, I need to ask you a question. Is that for Micah? Pop Brown, Jake, he says, they talking to each other. He says, SED Woj played us last year. Voodoo didn't want to play. That's a lie, bro. You go keep lying to yourself, saying that Voodoo never wanted to play y'all, bro. They wanted to play y'all. Y'all just wanted it. Y'all wanted it to have it only y'all way, and then try to use the excuse that, oh, we're a 5-1 team. That's what our league stipulates. Well, okay, well, according to since they're a 5-1 team, let them add their 5-1s. He said SED playing us again. SED playing us again this year. He says we got August 23rd row open after we come back from Virginia. He says they come to Florida. Game is on. Man, bro, ain't nobody coming to y'all, bro. Come on, mutual ground. Everybody already know that. Y'all, I mean, damn, bro, y'all get everything in Florida already. Y'all get the national in Florida. Y'all get a lot of times, usually y'all get the battle preseason in Florida. Y'all get everything in Florida. I'm not even telling you to come to Atlanta. Just come to damn battle. Make sure that that's one of the first games that's played. Coach Batman specifically stated that if you guys come down to battle, he'll make sure and ask for that to be the first game. That'll be the first game out there. He says, do you not understand college teams pay for certain teams to play them? Yeah, I definitely do. He said, do you not understand that college teams pay for certain teams? Yeah. When Deion was talking about how certain teams was getting paid X amount of money when he was at Jackson State. Yeah, colleges pay for certain teams to, they get a little gate fee. But here's the thing. They are a business. They are a business. That's the difference. They are a business. A lot of these coaches don't understand business, which is why I'm trying to explain. And then here's the other thing, too. We talking the money aspect, right? Which is going to further mess up the whole entire youth football because you're going to have certain teams unwilling to play versus the best team because they're going to be unwilling to give them gate money. All right, bam. Now you don't give them gate money. Now teams and games are not going to be played. Why? Because this person don't want to share the gate money or this person don't want to, split or whatever. Now look at this. Now this is why I keep telling people why the business side is very important. Now, we would scratch each other's neck over some money, but you got companies that's out there saying, hey, I got about $5 million that I need to get off my damn books so I can save me about $30 million, but ain't nobody coming for it. So y'all scratch each other's neck, but y'all would not go to these damn companies. Y'all would not make sure y'all got y'all 501c3. Y'all would not make sure that these kids understand the business side. Y'all would not do all the stuff to make sure that y'all can get finance, sponsored, and all these things. Y'all refuse to do that, but guess what? Y'all stay at each other's neck about some damn gate money. That ain't even no money. That ain't even no real money as opposed to what these companies got out there for y'all. So since y'all want to, and it remind me of the record company. The rapper will do something to another rapper behind $40. But you got the whole company, the whole music company whooping y'all, raping y'all, taking all your money. You won't say nothing to them, but you're at each other, y'all be at each other's neck and throat. Y'all be at each other's neck and throat. Won't y'all learn the business? Therefore, nobody have to care about gate money. It'll just be additional funds that you will have in your pocket. That'll be additional funds that you won't have to spend to travel. The thing about it is, a lot of us have a broken mindset. That's why we in this situation, bro. That's why. That's why a lot of people is keep going at each other. You know what I'm saying? For little small stuff. Oh, they don't want to share gate money. Okay, I ain't coming. Like, bro, it's money out here for y'all. I'm tired of the mindset that we got, bro. If we gonna be business, if we gonna be coaches, I told y'all. Everything that I'm telling y'all is coming full circle. You gotta learn the business. A lot of people don't want to listen, bruh. You gotta know the business. You gotta know it ain't just fundraising. Find if you can find teen mom that know how to damn write grants. Now, I'm all for, spread money for community building. I'm all for that. I'm all for that. But all of this, I'm not playing them until we figure out the gate money and all that. Bro, I ain't with all that, bro. Like I said, these kids' future, I care more about than what y'all trying to get and put in y'all pockets. Because to be honest, let's be solid. All this shit ain't even going to the kids. Let's just be solid. So y'all got me on one today, bro. Y'all got me on one today. He said Ken is emotional. He says top 5 don't move unless you going to play. Bro, that ain't got nothing to do with emotion. That ain't got nothing to do with emotion. The problem, the sad reality of this shit is this. Y'all need to know how to do business, bro. Y'all motherfuckers, y'all keep going at each other neck, bro. Cause why? Cause it's broke ass mentality. That's why ain't nobody really got no money, bro. Y'all keep raking each other, you know what I'm saying, for y'all own selfish gain. Ain't got nothing to do with no emotion. It got to do with everything because y'all do everything but listen, bro. That's what it got to do. Ain't got nothing to do with no emotion. You play this to anybody out here. I guarantee you, these companies that I went to, that I know about, that tells me, right, some of the stuff that they're doing in that, like, y'all got a perfect example, excuse, especially for those who doing numbers on YouTube. Y'all got the perfect opportunity to get money, because long as y'all putting their logo in front of eyes, bro, y'all got a perfect opportunity to do something. Guess what? I will be doing the same, but right now I can't, because the things that I'm trying to get y'all to do, y'all refuse to do. So I will literally have to go to y'all, to spread some money. But y'all got the opportunity right now. Y'all got the opportunity right now. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got the opportunity right now. The thing about it is, bro, that I realize y'all gotta remember too, bro. Y'all gotta remember too. I've been through every situation that y'all been through. If you want to know, couldn't read. If you want to go there, you want to go to the streets. I've been in the streets. I've been in there. I've been in the foster home. I've been in every situation. I know what y'all think. Nigga, we just got a broke ass mentality. That's really what it is. And a lot of people don't be wanting to hear that. Like, bro, I'm not interested in making you, you know what I'm saying, in making you forget about the kids, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't. But I'm not about to defend none of this stuff, bro. He said, same people trying to get rich off youth is sick. Nah, and yes, that I agree with you. I agree with you. He says, PA, same people trying to get rich off of youth football is sick. It's not sick trying to get getting rich off of youth football if you're in it for the kids. Because you can make money, and as long as you still giving back and creating the opportunities. But what's also sick though, Yoshi, is the games that are not being played and robbing the kids out of opportunity. And I'm going to use your point in case. Do you know how many people will grow up, how many of them kids talking about, man, damn, bro, I want to play voodoo. I mean, I wish the team that I wanted to play is voodoo. Them kids not want to play the game. Y'all getting in the way. That's the problem. Y'all getting in the way. Y'all coaches, the ones who actually can create the opportunity to do it, y'all getting in the way. So that is sick as well. And you still my dude, but that's sick as well, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like he says only MFers don't move is Florida. I mean, yeah, hey, I'm just saying, bro, play the y'all know my hashtag just play the damn game. That's it. But like I say, there's opportunities and ways to minimize y'all expenses as coaches. And then I'm hearing some coaches out there charging $745, making $22,000, and ain't barely traveling. And I ain't in the pockets like that. But at the same time, I mean, what are we doing? Damn, that's a great opportunity, a great start to see the world. Like, my God, bro. Look, I always say this, man. Things are very easy. People just make it hard. It's very easy. Some people refuse to go to some of these companies or to the city or that got money for this for these type of funding, right? They refuse to look at the business side and then get mad at me for exposing certain things that are being done when really that's what you should be doing anyway. You're dealing with kids, so everything that you do should have some form of receipt to it, because you never know what a person gonna come up to you and ask. The question that you may need, the receipts that you may need to vindicate yourself. A lot of this stuff, bro, that I'm telling y'all see that it's coming full circle, bro. I'm not trying to make nobody look bad. I'm not trying to crap on nobody, but like it's teams out here, bro, with no MOUs, with no fields, with barely jerseys and stuff, right? With no plan. It's teams out here. Why? Because they don't know the business. That's why I've been using this time to literally educate the parents. But for those who want to get it and understand things the hard way, it is what it is, bro. It is what it is. You know, but I'm gonna say this, bro. I want y'all to stop robbing them kids out of opportunity. Do you know how much of a highlight that would be for a team to play versus a Voodoo? For a team, you know, like that's the highlight of so many people's lives, bro. He said, I think Coach would line it up with Voodoo. Said Coach Yoshi, he said, what has to happen for Brick City to line it up with Voodoo? Play the game. Because Coach Batman, if he go to Coach Batman and want to play that game and be prepared to play without those 5-1 kids, that game is going to be played. He said they taking all the fun out of the kids. Exactly. When I played football, bro, we already knew our schedule. Our coaches wanted to literally play those games. If we lost, bro. But we didn't put no politics. I'm not used to politics, and I'm unaccepting of politics in youth football. And I know what I said. I know what I said will rub a lot of people the wrong way. But you think I care? Bro, I've been showing y'all I don't care. I've been showing y'all, bro, don't nothing control this mouth right here. I don't, like, at the end of the day, if I always say this, if what I'm saying is a bad thing, then what you're doing is a bad thing. Don't do it if you don't want me to say it. Feel what I'm saying? And like trucking with Archie says, a hit dog will holler. Planet Loudville says teams hard work. BTA want some work. He says if you got a 12U, he said ask for Coach Lottie. Hey, hit me. Hey, Coach, hit me on my my Instagram. I might got something for you. Hit me on my Instagram at National Sports Chat 1. National Sports Chat 1. Bankhead says Ken doesn't know me from a can of paint. Gave me the best youth football advice for my kid I ever received in person. Hey man, appreciate you, Coach. Appreciate you. That's what I'm about. I think I'm walking what I'm talking, but I am really getting, upset at the fact that we are not willing to play games due to the fact, oh, somebody don't want to share their gate. Bro, it's their hometown. Why should they have to share a gate? Why? It's their hometown. I get it. For some, unless y'all make that agreement or whatever, right? Which I think it shouldn't even be a thing because, like I said, if people listen to what I say in the beginning, guess what? You ain't worrying about no travel expenses. You're not worrying about, specific things. You're not worrying about it. Like I said, when it comes point in time to where I'm able to trust certain things, I will also be able to get these sponsorships, these grants, and all this other stuff. But I won't have the things that they're looking for to show for what it is that I'm trying to do. Because don't nobody want to listen. People think that, oh, well, okay, so it's free. I'm working for free. Guess what? You really don't have to work for free as a coach. You really don't have to work for free. Because if your president knew what he was doing, he can damn near get all of the grants that's necessary, right, for the amount of money. Because remember, not that many people are applying for the same grants that y'all need, right? So that means that y'all gonna get a larger share and portion of it. But if your president knew, he can give y'all all y'all uniforms. Even this with registration is just an addition. He can give y'all uniforms. He can pay the coaches, right? Expenses and all this other stuff. They can do a lot of stuff. I'm trying to teach people how to make money while doing this stuff, bro. You know what I'm saying? And so my whole thing is this, bro. He said that's why Grayson Archer work always succeed. He says they keep it focused on the kids for sure. That's what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? You got to do that. And the thing about it is, bro, I'm not letting up on nobody, bro. Y'all know everything that I'm saying is out of love, bro. I still rock with, despite all this stuff that I say. When I see people in person, it's still all love, bro. It really is. It's just that certain things we gotta put in play, bro. But our mindset is so broken, we can't see it. We can't see it. That's why, like, when they got seminars and stuff, and the coaches that really don't even know how to coach that need it the most, it's not there, bro. You're not there for the best interest of your kids, because you don't even know how you hurting your kids. He said putting Patrick from TC on Voodoo is not. He says it's not the equivalent of Brick City playing with the 5-1. He says y'all sounding weak. Hold on, bro. Hey, y'all hear Micah or me?
No, they could hear you too, dog. They can hear me too, but
It seems like Micah's on, but let me hold on. I gotta double check, y'all. All right, so okay. Yeah, Micah, I don't hear you, bro. Well, all right, so they hear me. All right, bet, man. I had to double check. But nah, man. Um, we gotta be better, bro. Cause the thing about it is the fact that some of y'all feels like y'all helping the kids, but they're not playing the game. How is that truly helping them? So how is that? How is that? How is it helping the kids by saying, man, you know, we'll possibly see y'all near. We'll possibly see y'all here. We'll possibly see y'all here. That's not helping the kids not playing the games. That's helping your damn ego. That's what it is. You feel what I'm saying? But let me see. Hold on. Trucking with Archie says, if anything, you put more spotlight on these kids' team than anyone, you can make it about the kids. He says that's what it's about. Exactly. That's all it's about. That's all it's about. He says, Ken, you want neutral grounds, Florida and Georgia. He says, meet in Texas at the West Memorial. At the West Memorial, and we play the game. Yoshi, y'all already going to damn West Memorial. And then they already told you they can't go at that time. So you saying stuff again, bro, knowing that the damn game can't happen. He says, so now it takes 5-1 kids off to play the game outside of YNC. Why do that? Says, why do that if they want to play at 7-1 when they never played at 7-1 outside of YNC? All right, first of all, Chris, I don't know. I think I read it right, but you say so now it's take the 5-1 off just to play the game. To be honest, bro, I don't even care about the 5-1. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm really just trying to save Yoshi. I really want to see them at the YNC, bro. Like me and Yoshi got to understand it, bro. We give each other, you know, a hard time, but it's love at the end of the day. Bro, do you not know later on they're going to be able to say, bro, they play with their 5-1 players, bro. That, like, how does that count towards us? That's going to be able to be held against them, bro. If you're playing a 7-1, if you're playing a 7-1 team that's for battle, well, if they doing it, I guess the way that I believe that it is supposed to happen or whatever, then that means they get suspended, bro. Because that means it's a possibility that you want to win. I mean, because if they accept it, put it like this, Chris. If they accept it now, they should allow the whole 5-1 to play in the damn internationals. Don't take them off then. Don't do that then. It don't make sense. Bro, you can play with your 5-1 all the way up until this point, but hey, when it's time for the YNC for you to come here, you can't play with them. Bro, that don't make not one bit of sense, bro. If you can't play with them at nationals, you shouldn't be able to play with them now outside of your league. Okay, cool. You making the exception. You're playing against other 5-1 teams. All right, cool. Bam. You're playing against other 5-1 teams. You're playing at, you know, at the same, you know, the same thing, same level, right? All right, cool. But when you're playing versus our teams, you don't get to have that 5-1 team. Or if you do get to play with the 5-1 team, then why do the 5-1 damn players gotta not be on the team when battle comes? So now I am an advocate that if they allow them to play 5-1, right, versus these other teams, they should be able to play 5-1 when it comes to battle. Otherwise, nothing that is being done is making sense. So that's why Grayson Buford, yeah, for sure, looking at them kids, making it about the kids. Said my coach history says Tar Heel liaison for Certified Bounty Boys. Says 12U AYF National Champion Watkins Hornet. Rosedale Tigers says shout out to NWO. Also, it says running choice attack system. Hey man, that's what I'm saying, bro. T Street says scary ass coaches. He says that Arkansas Hog team is nice. It's just early. Hey man, I'm gonna be looking at them. Arkansas Hog. Shout out to them. He says, man, tell them teams in G8 not to name Supreme, Rare, So Icy, Voodoo, GA Eagles to travel outside of Southern Chitlin Circuit. He says, we hear both of you, but you've been on the rant. Hold on. So Micah is still talking? Hold on. All right, nah, so it's just me. I got the sound on now. All right, said Voodoo said play in Y and C. Hey, bro, that's more of a mutual ground. That's more of a mutual ground, Yoshi. That's more of a mutual ground for sure. Said Voodoo said play in Y and C, right? Last year, he said, and boy, he said play in Y and C all last year after they voided Brick City, both Y and C. I mean, C1 in. All right, so let me ask you this. Because this is what, and this is why I say I don't sway narratives. I'm glad I was able to hear both people side, right? Now, here's why I'm gonna tell you that that's a lie, Chris. Because Yoshi sat up there and admitted that Coach Batman talked to them about the 5-1 players and stuff like that, whatever, right? Because the reason was they would have played them, but basically they were considered 11U team, right? So he said, Coach Batman, and Yoshi already admitted it, that basically he wanted to add players that were their age as well. He was okay with that. So why wouldn't you allow Coach Batman to add their 5-1 players, which is what I said for AYF teams, go get you some 7-1 players. Why wouldn't you be able to add 7-1 players? Why wouldn't you be able to add 5-1 players? Why was they not okay with that? You know, and you can't say that they were ducking. Obviously, they're willing to play the game. If y'all want to play at the same, you know, at the same type of advantage, right? The equal, I guess, situation. Why would you turn it down then? Why would you turn it down? He said, they say DMV, you won 20 points versus Watkins. 12U. He said in September for 1,000U money line. What the? Yeah, bro. I ain't with all that, bro. So y'all talk that. Oh nah, coach. Hey, let me know which one I need to go back to because I was just trying to get. It's so many that I missed, man. I can go back though. He says, yo. He said, yo, Ken skipping around the comments. Nah, man, that ain't intentional. He says, who cares? He says the kids don't. Exactly. The kids don't care, but why are the coaches preventing damn games from happening? That's my biggest question. It says West Philly was up 12-0 at the halftime versus BTA hardworking. West Philly lost 18-12. Says way to show determination. Hey man, shout out to them, bro. He says people said, guess the game ain't meant to be played. Why you coaching, my boy? It's about the kids, not you. In my sentiment, exactly. It's about the kids, not you. Salute to all the young AYF teams that line it up versus the older kids in year in and year out. Hey, he hella funny, bro. ATL Supreme, way to use choice. ATL Voodoo, way to use choice. He says, Coach D, thanks. You see you in December. He says, or if we get an invite, you know, to see one in, or the hospitality. He says, Pistols Night 18. You says Pro Style, Clean, and Voodoo Town. Hey, and then my other thing is, he said we can't hear Mike. All right, bet. He said, what happened to Space City? I guess national championship team. I think that'd be a thing. He says, Ken, you need to be asking Clayton how YNC allows AYFL 5-1 teams to modify their roster to play in YNC. He says, what are the specific guidelines? He says they have to follow. He says, how many mandatory games do they have to play with a 7-1 roster? He says, what are the bylaws? This is where the structure comes in. All right, hey, I'm going to screenshot this one. I'm about to screenshot that because that's a hell of a question. See, that's why I got the best audience, man. Keep me on my toes. He says, what are the bylaws? This is where the structure comes in. He says, our rules adjust yearly according to specific situation. That I don't even know. I'm going to have to call him, man. He says, I like inner city Warriors. Philly, all good. He says, good bump. Inner city Warriors. Said Brick City playing in their league, 11U and 12U nationally would solve everything. He said, bro, we have given places to play just like us, but all their excuses are valid. I guess, Ken, you got it, bro. He says they do no wrong. We over it. Bro, I didn't say they. Listen, bro, I didn't got on Voodoo so many damn times, bro. I didn't got on Voodoo. I'm getting on Voodoo for other reasons. I'm gonna get on them too. I told y'all, I get on Voodoo. That's the thing is, I got on Voodoo last year about not playing the damn game. You know what I'm saying? I definitely got on them, but at the same time, bro, when I see specific stuff, I'm not gonna let it go. I can't do that. He says, I don't know that turn. What he say? I don't know that anyone turned that option down. He says, but let's be clear. That's him admitting that he didn't think he could win with the actual team, even though he beat teams with kids that are older at what is older all the time, correct? Yeah, but here's what was said, Chris. Here's what was said. Coach Batman said, I'm okay with playing older teams. Okay? Because I asked him the question. Obviously, I would have asked the damn question if I was trying to let him off easy. He said, when he playing versus older teams, he's aware of that. He also counts the losses. But the problem that he had was that Brick City was claiming to be 10U when they were 11U all along. That's what he was saying. And if you look, there's no national that literally has a 5-1. So that's basically what he was saying. You know what I'm saying? So I don't give Voodoo no slack. I don't give none of them no slack. I've had several videos when I was critiquing them. The thing about what I'm saying is that certain people only listen and accept certain things. They only accept certain things. You know, they hear certain things and then the other stuff they act like I never said it. Nah, bro, don't do that. I specifically stated that, you know, Voodoo, if they play certain ways, they secondary, you know, has chinks in it, right? They need to, if a team want to beat them, you know, in this, they got to be able to pass in the secondary and blah, 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 blah. I said things versus Voodoo. See, the thing about it is, I think people go to that when they want to, you know, try to escape what I'm asking them, the question that I'm asking them. So it ain't about me being over it. I'm not about to keep harping on it. I'm just gonna say, bro, hopefully y'all don't get have people complain versus y'all and y'all don't get in. Because you gotta remember, I remember when Clayton and Jonah, they was gonna have only a 8-man roster, right? But you know, people like myself, other people, we were talking about how maybe, you know, a certain maybe 9 or 10 teams should be in there to play, right? They listened to what the people were saying. They made the adjustment. So if you got a bunch of people that are complaining about y'all, all you doing is put yourself in the position in the mercy at other coaches, bro. That's all I'm saying, man. That's why I'm saying what I'm saying. So when the time comes, and if them coaches is complaining about y'all being, you know, 5-1 in the beginning, and that's the only reason why y'all won them games, and then blase or whatever, especially if y'all at a higher seed, right, a higher ranking than they are, they're going to come out and they're going to use that against y'all, bro. I promise you. But hey, man, I ain't gonna talk about that no more though. He says, "Hey Ken," he says, "You going to reach out to Clayton or Jonah and bring them on?" Man, I'll reach out to them. I'll see what they doing. He says, "I want a preseason game versus Delray, Rock, and SED Wolverines, 13U, 12U, 11U, 10U, 9U. Also the whole org with DMV." He says with DMV, Old City, and he says 1 and 2 Watkins, Hornet, Rosedale. So you want an org versus org. And that's where the lie is. He says the league and Super Bowl trophy says 10U. He said, okay, y'all 10U to that league, but to every national, y'all 11U. So that's where we get it. He says he never tried to change Brick City age group before last year. He says he wanted to play after 9U, and none of this was part of the conversation, was it? First, hey, I'm gonna say this, Chris. I'm gonna be fairly honest with y'all. I ain't never heard of Brick City until last year, until they mentioned Voodoo. So you saying it wasn't a conversation? I didn't know about Brick City, but I was all for Brick City playing Voodoo. So Brick City wasn't known to us like that until they started calling Voodoo out. So no, I wasn't talking about that. He said that's an unacceptable excuse. He said you played way older teams than Brick City, respectfully. Hey, PA, that's why I'm telling you, bro. I was all for it. Now here, okay, now maybe this might make sense. I said that Voodoo was playing older teams, they should have played it, right? I specifically stated that. This last year. Now, I'm thinking Brick City is new. I've never heard of them till last year. So now they come in this year with 5-1 kids. I said, bro, why the hell y'all come with 5-1 kids and you know that you're trying to go to the Nationals? This is what I'm saying. And then you're trying to play YNC teams or whatever. You're trying to go to their Nationals, bro. So by default, you're going to be in a space to where it's going to probably hinder that. And then you're going to have to kick a kid off the damn team after the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? So like that's the way that I was looking at it. You know, because if that kid that's 5-1 go to any other league, right? Then they're gonna have to play up. They're gonna have to play a whole year up, skip a year, actually. It says Voodoo. I'm gonna read these. And said Voodoo is the only team that has complained. I mean, He said the only one that had complained. He said everyone else played and none of them are complaining. He says, man, get them likes up. He says in here, it says cost you nothing. Hey man, appreciate it, PA. For sure, man. Get them likes up, man. So I'm thinking about doing some morning recaps, man. Let me know what y'all think, bro. Let me know what time y'all think is good. I think I'm gonna do some because we got to clarify some stuff. But tonight, welcome down, y'all on the clock, because y'all accuse me of creating narratives. Y'all accuse me of certain things, bro. And y'all gotta persuade me to why I can see what y'all saying to be accurate. So tonight, we got welcome down. Make sure y'all tune in because it's gonna be a movie. It's gonna be a movie because I gotta break them down with precision. Because I'm gonna make them stand on everything that they said. Everything. Well, maybe not the stuff that's said behind the scenes, because maybe they want to keep that behind the scenes. But all the other stuff, bro, y'all gonna have to show me why it's not ducking. He says PA Trinity. He says, yeah, that's all I knew about until last year. Yeah, bro, nobody knew about. I mean, Chris saying that. Oh man, why wasn't that a thing? Like, bro, I ain't know about no damn Brick City. I know y'all because y'all called out Voodoo all last year. That's the only reason why I know about y'all. That's it. You know what I'm saying? And I was in agreement. And nobody seemed to hear me when I keep saying that. I was agreeing with y'all. I was agreeing that the game should have been played. I was the one who came up with that narrative that they've been playing 12U teams, that they should play versus y'all. But the problem that they had was that you guys were saying that you were a 10U team when you actually wasn't by national standards. So y'all keep saying in our league, by national standards, y'all wasn't. For AYF or YNC. So RC1 in, RD1 Nation. Hell, RTNU. Hell, R Panther. So bro, don't get at me like that, bro. So it is what it is. But nah, bro, y'all have a good day. I'll see y'all later on, man. I'll see y'all later on. We got welcome down game. And T Street, like T Street said, man. He said, man, don't let them folks on. He said they're gonna tear your views up, man. But nah, it must be said. He says Coach Bat favorite. Hey, yeah. Hey, for sure. He said wheelchair gang. He says they never cared what was said until the team looked too good to beat. Hey, but Chris, I'm trying to tell you, that was never my sentiment. And the reason why I'm getting on Yoshi and them this year is because they're doing the same thing. And they could have just got all of their 7-1 players or whatever, right? That's just like a person that's planning on going to AYF, right? Get a whole bunch of 7-1 players and then complain about them not being able to get into the AYF. Like, no, bro, you knew that they were A1. You knew that they were A1. So why did you go get some 7-1 players that you're going to have to basically kick off after the Super Bowl? And that's not going to be able to play national. But, hey, man, y'all be easy, bro. Hit that like button on the way out.